Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be reacting to Young Forever by BTS. I realised through my recent documentary watch that this song obviously means a lot to ARMY and BTS. I'm not really sure of the nuance, but I'm curious to watch the video today and dive into the lyrics and see how I interpret the song. And I'll be curious to hear what the song means to you and what the meaning is. But yeah, I do remember in the documentary they were playing at Wembley in the UK. And I remember ARMY singing to them and the members crying, so I realised this was a very special moment to them. And obviously there's this real shared connection between ARMY and BTS with this song, so I'm really curious to see what it's about, so let's get into it. Oh, I feel is this gonna be sad, really sad, because this could tip me over the edge today, guys. I feel like this could make me cry. I don't know. 2015, so this is 10 years ago, so some of these members are going to be what, 19, 20 at this time? Ooh, some maze looking thing. I'm already feeling the nostalgic photograph vibes.
표정은 어땠던가 그래도 행복해 난 이런 내가 됐어 누군가 소리지르게 만들 수가 있었어 작아지지 않은 영웅들을 품에 안고 집도 downtown 빈 무대에 섰을 때 downtown 빈 무대에 섰을 때 괜한 공허함에 난 겁을 내 복잡한 감정 속에서 삶의 사선 위에서 근실이 난 더 무딘 척을 해 처음도 아닌데 익숙해질 법한데 숨기려 해도 그게 안돼
Okay, so I was just reading the subtitles and it sounds to me and this is just my interpretation, so this could be a load of BS and not what they're saying, but it kind of feels to me like somebody singing who is looking back on their previous life as a singer in the industry, and they're looking back on all the fond memories they had of their fans and wondering what they're up to now. But they're obviously older at this point and not doing this career anymore, and there's this emptiness that's living inside of them because they're thinking back on all those fond memories and they're not in that place anymore. So this sounds like someone that's older now and grown up, and maybe they've retired from the industry, but there's this sense of sorrow and longingness for that moment in their lives and all those great memories, and they're proud of who they've become, but they still look back on that nostalgic phase and miss it a lot. Yeah, and just then the round of applause can't be mine forever, which is sad because obviously I'm not a singer, but I understand, I think we can all relate to that, right? Getting older, and there's certain things that we might have done in our early years that we just can't really do anymore, or we don't do. It's just as you get older, there's things that you kind of grow out of, or as you get older there's things you can't do as well anymore because you're getting older, and I can imagine, I mean, I've kind of experienced that myself with things where you can't do certain things that you used to be able to do in your teenage years and 20s, and it kind of makes you feel sad and this longingness for those moments again and being at that point again. Oh. Aww. The nostalgic vibes with all of them together, running. Oh, stop! Aww. It's quite sad. Oh, he's like walking towards them and they're waiting for him. Okay. Yeah, this is quite sad. Okay. I'm not going to cry on stream on my video. It's just been a bit okay. should I cut the video because this is making me sad? Okay guys, I'm back. I'm sorry about that. I had to have a moment. I'm okay, but I just didn't want to cry on video like an idiot, but I'm feeling some like life things right now and that just kind of hit me in the feels. So I didn't want to bawl through the rest of the video and not give commentary. So I took a minute. I'm back. But anyway, point being, this song is very touching, and I don't think you have to be a member of ARMY to have this song resonate with you deeply. I think it is obviously one of those songs about like life and how it's really challenging but beautiful at the same time, and looking back fondly of memories when you were like a child or a teenager or like in your early 20s or even in your 30s, 40s, you might be in your 60s, 70s now. And there is this sense of us wanting to remain like young forever, and some people like embrace getting older, but I think for a lot of us we do crave like those time periods, and that nostalgia earlier in our lives when we felt like we could do anything. I mean, I hope some people still feel like they can do anything in their lives now and achieve what they want, but there's this real there's something really special about like that feeling of like being young and naive and being able to conquer the world and like feeling like nothing can stop you. And anyway, I've been rambling, but yeah, that really did touch me, so I had to take a minute. Let's continue. Are they on a runway? The runway says forever. They're running towards their dreams. Guys, I don't want to cry again. That was really, really beautiful. Yeah. Okay. Give me a minute. Yeah, that was really, really beautiful. I hope no one like thinks I was like weird during this video. It's just like one of those moments where it caught me in an emotional state. I really think that out of all the songs I've listened to of BTS, this definitely has touched me the most and resonates with me the most. It's a beautiful song. Lyrics are beautifully written. I felt like every word and every line they were singing, and I think it's really beautiful too that they wrote this when they were very young when they wrote this. I'd imagine at that time they were looking at it, that they were like loving that moment that they were in, and like obviously becoming well known and building an amazing fan base that really support them, and just thinking this is such an incredible moment and feeling, and we wish we could like hold on to this forever. But obviously the reality of the situation is people do get older, and one day they're going to get married and have children, settle down, and I mean, with 7 members, it's probably going to be difficult to be BTS forever. Obviously, I fully support them continuing this career for as long as they want to, but you know, the reality is that people do get older and they settle down, and you know, some things do end. So I think this is like a real love letter to the fans to say like that, you know, even if it does reach that point, or when it reaches that point, they're just going to look back fondly on all of these moments and cherish them and miss them so dearly, and they will be super nostalgic for it, and they'll be wondering like what their fans are doing, and you know, like there's just so many people all over the world, and you know, how will their fans feel in those moments. And also, you know, kind of showing this like vulnerability and insecurity of feeling like, oh well, will they care about us anymore when we're, you know, this age, or what will they think about us when we're 10 years into the future. And we're 10 years into the future now, technically, from this song, and they're still bigger than ever and here and, you know, making records. So, like, bravo to them. But, you know, I think this song is timeless. And I think it's probably going to be one of the most pivotal and important of their careers. And I can see why it's so beloved and special with the fans. So I really, really enjoyed this video. It did get me in my feels. I'm not an actress, guys. I didn't like cry on cue. Like that really did touch me in that moment, thinking about that. So yeah, this was a really beautiful song. I really love it, and I was deeply touched by this today. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry for getting emotional, but you know, it's just one of those days, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye guys.